Chapter 52. The Myth of the Male-Female Wage Gap. Marriage affects men and women differently in terms of their earning abilities. There are exceptions, but in general, women are more likely to drop out of the workforce for a period of time because of child-rearing and other chores that most men shirk. Consequently, they fall behind their male counterparts in terms of human capital accumulation, productivity, and wages. This, far more than discrimination, is why male wages exceed female wages on average. But that's not the only reason. The book, Why Men Earn More: The Startling Truth Behind the Pay Gap and What Women Can Do About It by Warren Farrell, and Professor James T. Bennett's The Politics of American Feminism, Gender Conflict in Contemporary Society, provide much greater detail. Warren Farrell boasts of having been elected to the board of directors of the New York City branch of the National Organization for Women, now 3 times. The author of the foreword to Farrell's book, Karen DeCrow, is a former now president who works as an employment discrimination lawyer. Men are not involved in a nefarious plot to keep female wages down, she declares. In The Politics of American Feminism, Professor Bennett paraphrases more than 20 reasons why men earn more than women, as discussed and documented in great detail in Why Men Earn More. Cumulatively, they go a long way toward explaining the wage gap, although neither Bennett nor Farrell believes that wage discrimination by gender is completely non-existent, nor is it limited to male discrimination against women. The reasons, based on generalizations that are supported by voluminous statistics, are: men go into technology and hard sciences more than women. Men are more likely to take hazardous jobs than women, and such jobs pay more than cushier and safer jobs. Men are more willing to expose themselves to inclement weather at work and are compensated for it. This is called compensating differences in the language of economics. Men tend to take more stressful jobs that are not 9 to 5. Many women prefer personal fulfillment at work to higher pay, a child care professional, for example. Men are bigger risk takers than women in general. Higher risk leads to higher reward. The worst working hours pay more, and men are more likely to work these hours than women. Dangerous jobs such as coal mining pay more and are more male-dominated. Men tend to update their work qualifications more than women do. Men are more likely to work longer hours, and the pay gap widens for every hour past 40 per week. Women are more likely to have gaps in their careers, primarily because of child rearing and child care. Less experience means lower pay. Women are 9 times more likely than men to drop out of work for family reasons. Less seniority leads to lower pay. Men work more weeks per year than women. Men have half the absentee rate of women. Men are more willing to commute long distances to work. Men are more willing to relocate to undesirable locations for higher-paying jobs. Men are more willing to take jobs that require extensive travel. In the corporate world, men are more likely to choose higher-paying fields such as finance and sales, whereas women are more prevalent in lower-paying fields such as human resources and public relations. When men and women have the same job title, male responsibilities tend to be greater. Men are more likely to work by commission. Women are more likely to seek job security. The former has more earning potential. And women place greater value on flexibility, a humane work environment, and having time for children and family than men do. One message that Farrell has for women is that if they really want to get paid more, they should pay more attention to these determinants of higher pay and less to quixotic crusades for comparable worth legislation or diversity training that demonizes male employees but does nothing for them. This is the kind of practical advice a top-notch economist would offer, but such advice is usually drowned out on today's college campuses by politically correct lynch mobs who, as Professor Bennett says of academic feminists, find it far easier to simply smear those who point out the phantom nature of the wage gap. This has been Organized Crime, The Unvarnished Truth About Government by Thomas J. DiLorenzo, narrated by Harold L. Fritchie. For a world of free market literature, media, and discussion, visit Mises.org.